Hello there, Dan the Weatherman here. Hey, welcome to my weather show. It has been quite a weekend as far as weather is concerned. That low that has literally just dumped rain will slowly start to ease. It is going to be a quieter looking week, but it's not like a quick flick of the switch by Mother Nature. We've got to get rid of this spinning upper low that has been literally right on top of much of New Zealand. But how did this all happen? You go back to several days ago, before the weekend, we had a real punch of upper energy higher up in the atmosphere. This is the satellite, but I put on streamlines. It came surging out of the Southern Ocean, but it was so much, it took what is the upper trough, like a big N shape, barreled its way through, and just like a big wave breaking at the sea, hit the top of it, barreled through, and then cut off the whole thing. So you see how there's these circles? That is the zone of cloud. And of course, as that hits the Alps, the eastern slopes of the Alps, it goes up. And as it goes up, more condensing, that squeezes up more moisture. And that's why we've seen 300-400 millimeters of rain, even more in some places, coastal areas, 80 to 120, even more than that. In comparison, Christchurch, in a whole month, some 60-65 millimeters. So this is 1, 2, even several times monthly rainfall, and this is still going to pile in. When will it stop? When this cut-off low moves away. A couple of things to point out. We can just see the upper energy, these little areas of blue and red in here. There's one piece right there. Think of it like a wiggly snake squeezing out the moisture, and that section there is just coming through. So as it does, and another little piece here that will topple this, start moving it. So what is the pipeline like that will start going more like that and then drift away as this big circle goes away. I'll show you what I mean. So it will start to improve through the end of Monday in towards the course of Tuesday and then Wednesday. That little point there, and you stretch out the little wiggly that's squeezing out the cloud and the moisture there, those 2 points. Watch how they sort of bend, and this piece here pushes it, and you see how it starts to shift, and then it gets a bit more fragmented and broken. That is ridging, that is quieter weather to slowly build in and just west-southwest flow. Now we're into Wednesday, Thursday, that's a weak front there. Much quieter. But how does that look as far as the fronts go? Let me show you this. First off, much quieter weather to settle in. There was our zone of rain there. Now remember the cut-off low, that's going to start to shift. As it does, the low going through the course of Monday then takes the zone of heavy persistent rain, eases it, shifts it up the east of the South Island to the North Island, and that goes away. Tuesday, Wednesday, a weak front, but a westerly flow instead of that easterly. So that means we're drying out. Much quieter weather comes in for the second half of the week for, of course, just the areas that have seen so much rain for eastern parts of the South Island. That's some wetter weather to roll in late weekend. You see how it's like a big tumbleweed rotating away. It will eventually clear itself away. So what does that mean weather-wise for us? Of course, Monday, heavy persistent rain, still piling in, topping up those amounts. And remember, even as the rain stops through later Monday into Monday night, there's still all the stuff in the Alps. That's got to come down some of the rivers. So even as this eases, we're still going to have some very swollen rivers. There is still for some flooding, even going into the course of Tuesday. Back edge of that, by the way, as that goes away, snow level 800 meters, heads up to the interior far south. That will quieten down. Now we're into Tuesday. That's rain easing up the east of the North Island, and much quieter weather as that high starts to build in. Get ourselves into Wednesday. One little flick of a front there. You can see it stretched out. Snow level probably around 1,000 meters down south, but being stretched like that, it's mainly just some western coast for some showers, not as much quieter weather, because the westerlies are pushing weather systems through as opposed to what was happening, that low just sitting there stuck and spraying rain in one place for a long period of time. Friday, quieter weather, west-northwest, means a touch milder to eastern areas after some frosty mornings, and temperatures probably below normal. That is the next change for Friday, and guess what? By next weekend, a west-northwest flow with some wetter weather coming into mainly western areas. That's how it looks right now. And of course, rainfall-wise, as I mentioned, we will have seen several months' worth of rain in places in that zone there for central parts of the South Island. That's your next area of wet weather. For parts of the North Island, a bit more patchy, and the far south, it does look patchy, but at least the weather will start to quieten down, but it's not like that flick of a switch. We will still have loads and loads of rain to work its way down, of course, from the rivers over the course of the next several days. That's the weather for now.